for sharing your views and your inputs on the current measures that are being taken by various organizations. I would now like to invite Mr. Sagar Mendre to share his views on the crash barrier testing in India. Mr. Sagar Mendre is currently working as an assistant manager at Natrax. He is a graduate in mechanical engineer with a master's in machine design. He has worked in various organizations such as Tata Motors, ICAT, and Natrax, and has a total experience of 14 years. He has been instrumental in Natrax's proving ground design optimization and also has played an important role in its operation. He has set up India's first crash barrier testing facility at Natrax Pithampur. He is also an active member of BIS, TED4, and SAE India. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Durga. Thanks for the short intro. I hope my presentation is visible.
Yes, no problem. You can see it.
Okay, good evening. Welcome to all for this first presentation of the crash barrier testing. Professor Ali and Mr. Patil had explained on the brief for what IRC does and how the crash barrier simulation is important for the crash barrier testing. So let me give an overview of how Natrax involved in this testing and how we perform the testing for the crash barrier. So basically, we're Natrax under NATRIP, which is under Government of India. The main aim of the NATRIP is to set up 7 different centers across the country, and Indore is one of them. So main vision of NATRIP is create state-of-art and research and testing infrastructure to drive India into the future for global automotive excellence. So the 7 centers across the pan-India, every center has a center of excellence in different areas. And Indore, Natrax is a center of excellence for vehicle dynamics. So Natrax is spread across 2,960 acres with a total investment of 1,321 crore. And recently, in 2018, Natrax is notified under CMVR rule number 126 by MORTH for accreditation and certification of automobile vehicles. So this is basically layout of the Natrax. It contains 14 different types of test track and 4 laboratories. The heart of the proving ground is high-speed track, which is almost 11.3 kilometer. And you can see the blue line on the outer peripheral in the oval shape. And the inside facilities are the other tracks which are mentioned on the right-hand side, which covers all the durability and performance evaluation. So let me show you the aerial view of Natrax facility.
Natrax, National Automotive Test Tracks, is one of the important centers under NATRIP and is one of the largest proving grounds in the world. Spread across 2,960 acres at Pithampur in Dhar district, Madhya Pradesh, India. Natrax is a project of Government of India which is set up to support the growing Indian automotive industry. Natrax offers 14 different types of test tracks, supplemented by state-of-the-art test equipment, research and development laboratories and workshops for comprehensive testing evaluation of all types of vehicles, ranging from two-wheelers to heavy commercial trucks, for vehicle dynamic performance, durability, and development testing by the industry. The special tracks are dynamic platform, 1.8 kilometers long, braking track with 6 special surfaces for dry and wet tests, handling track of 3.6 kilometers long, fatigue track with 8 different surfaces, Belgium pavé, washboard, potholes and ditches, twist track, comfort track with 19 different surfaces, sustainability track, wet skid pad, two-wheeler handling track, and gradient track. It is the culmination of Indian automobile industry's long-awaited aspiration for a truly world-class proving ground. The beauty of NATRAC's 11.3 kilometers long oval-shaped high-speed track, top ranked in Asia and 5th largest in the world. The high-speed track is 16 meters wide with 4 independent lanes. This track is designed for neutral speed up to 250 kilometers per hour and maximum speed up to 375 kilometers per hour on curves, and no limit to maximum speed on straight patch. The 0% longitudinal slope makes this track as open-air test laboratory for precise measurement of automotive performance of vehicles. The banking on curves is of parabolic shape, designed for maximum speed. The parabolic curves were constructed with special machinery to pave and roll on the curves. The straight portion and banking on curves give tremendous potential to test drive for evaluation of performance, drivability, and durability of test vehicles. A large number of tests like maximum speed, acceleration, coast down, fuel consumption, high-speed handling, and stability tests, and sustained durability at high speed can be performed on this track to their limits safely and effectively. A sports car was recently tested at 308 kilometers per hour on curves. A wide range of vehicles, from two-wheelers, three-wheelers, cars of all types, buses, trucks to heaviest tractor-trailers, can be tested on the high-speed track. This track can also be used for commercial events like product launch, supercar racing, and dealers' events. Most of the world's top manufacturers like Volkswagen, FCA, Peugeot, Renault, and Lamborghini have shown their interest to use this facility. The high-speed track at NATRACS is pride of India in world's automobile industry.
So this was just brief of the NATRACS facility. These are the few tracks which you must have seen in the video, covering different dynamic platform, handling track, braking track, durability, and high-speed track. Now coming back to the genesis of the crash barrier testing in India. So initially, it was started in 2018 that one of the local manufacturer approached us and initiated that why we cannot do one crash barrier testing. So the scope was limited at that point of time. So the first test was conducted by NATRACS in 2018. Post that, there were no requirement, or we didn't get any approach from the customers. So in 2020, the government has initiated or released one guideline for the installation of the crash barrier, that they have to go for a crash barrier testing as per EN 1317. So one manufacturer approached us, which mentioned by Dr. Karupaya in the initial statement. Then it was then start of the project that why we cannot come as a crash barrier testing center in India. So with that guideline, we initiated and we started the crash barrier testing as per EN 1317. So these are the basic benefits or the types of the crash barrier which are getting installed on the roads. So being as most of the manufacturers are attending the presentation, did not explain it on the test front. On the testing per se, this is just an important parameter that there is a no test center available from Italy to New Zealand. So that patch was entirely empty for the crash barrier testing, and even Indian manufacturer has to go abroad for testing as government has released the notification. So you can see on the from number 1 to 8 there is a no patch. So we thought of that we are already involved in the regular vehicle testing, and even we are notified or accredited by MORTH for CMVR, but yes, we have some rules of the testing per se, and we can go ahead for the development testing of the crash barrier. and that was the initial thought came in 2020. So this is just a brief info about the available test centers across the globe, starting from US, Europe, USA. You will get everywhere different test centers available, but not nearby India. So even again, thought was that when government has initiated the thought of the road safety, which was come into the picture a couple of years back, when the announcement has been made that every road has to be gone with the crash barrier, and now even this year, Gadkari Saab has announced that 20,000 of kilometer national highways to be constructed for this financial year, which will be indicating almost 40,000 of kilometer crash barrier to be get installed. Even not at the 100%, but still there is a chance of 70% crash barrier on the both side of the road, which can be considered. So you can imagine the need of the hour or the potential which will be coming in the future, for which Indian crash barrier manufacturer has to be tighten their factories or tighten their shoes to get it run for production of such huge quantity in the market. And even Indian crash barrier market is expected to go on a very good rate. This opportunity makes an Indian crash barrier manufacturer worth of almost 6,000 crore. So even not on the manufacturing per se, there is a most potential get involved in the research and development activities, which plays a vital role for the installation of the crash barrier from the accidental perspective. So even there are few problems also faced by the Indian manufacturer if they want to go to abroad. That the high testing cost, so almost 85 to 90 lakh rupees will be invested for one crash barrier testing. It will be installed for two systems, but that H1 and H2, which comprises of 5 tests. So again, the shipping of the material, you have to almost import 80 into 5, almost 400 meters of crash barrier for conducting 5 tests. Then traveling expenses for the manufacturing teams to witness the test, that plays again an important role. That if you nearby test center is Italy, so if you have to travel there, then the expenses of the 2 persons will again come into the picture. Then testing cost in abroad is almost 50% more, which Natrax is proposing the cost for H1 and H2. And even the testing duration is long. They generally take 4 to 5 days for one test. So almost it will be a month job to conduct your H1 and H2. But now in compare with the domestic testing, if we want to go with the India, that the testing cost is less. So almost it will be 40 lakh rupees for 5 tests if the test to be conducted in India. Even the less shipping cost, you transport material from Kashmir to Kanyakumari to Indore, it will take hardly 3 or 4 maximum days. Even the traveling cost, that your engineers or your teams can come and witness the test, or even we just formalize or sign the document by the manufacturer after the installation of the crash barrier. So we take a declaration that the way you install your crash barrier around the road, so you just need to verify that the same way or the same methodology has been taken care by the Natrax. Even the testing material cost can be recovered by selling of the damaged material. So you can say that material is inside in India, so you can use that material or resell it or anything, any multi-purpose can be used because that material will not be wasted. And again, that one more step toward the Atmanirbhar Bharat, that make in India, what Modi ji said. So we said that test in India also. So let me show you one video. So how the Natrax generally conducts the crash barrier testing. So this was the overall aerial videography of the test which we performed so far. So just the technical aspect which to be mentioned as per in line with the EN 1317, that W-beam has been categorized for the 3 different tests, that TB11, TB32 and TB42 in the first 3 row. So if you want to certify your W-beam, you have to carry 3 vehicles, again categorized into H1 and N2 certificate. Still in India, N2 is not mandatory, but testing at one point of time can give you the 2 certificates if you want to get a 2 certificate for H1 and N2. So car of 100 kmph, again car of 110, and the truck for 70 kmph with the different angles. So here we use the methodology of a disengagement vehicle. So there are 2 vehicles which you have seen in the video. First vehicle is called as a tow vehicle and second vehicle is called as a test vehicle. So we pull down the tow vehicle with the test vehicle, and the test vehicle will be released at the same location, and it will get heated at the specific angle within the angle tolerance, because there is standard angle tolerance mentioned in the standard at plus minus 1 degrees possible. So if there is a passenger car, then there are 2 technical terminology need to be get evaluated, called as the ASI and another is the THIV. ASI is the accidental severity index, that how severely the vehicle passenger will be getting evaluated. This is done with a gyro. And then is a theoretical head impact velocity. So how the vehicle will be performing when it directly hit on the barrier location. And for the truck and bus, it's only a barrier deformation which has to be defined in the working width category. So for the India, it's W5 working width has to be there if it is a truck and if it is a bus, even with the thigh beam. So till now we have conducted almost 38, and today was a 39 test conducted for road safety. So Path India, GR Infra, again Path India said that they tested in 2018, so repeated in 2020 again. Arnel Utkarsh Road Safety Zindal, and again there are a few customers are already lined up for the next month, so that may cross the number of 50, which I am expecting within this year itself. So one of the CSI, one of the global player, they generally conduct the test 110 for the year. So we are doing great now till now so far. So this is the crash location identified for the crash testing. So we have a one dedicated land of, or I can say the road of 2 kilometers, which can be utilized to maintain the test speed of 70 kmph with 13-ton bus, which is possible only due to this road, and where we can accelerate the vehicle and release at one point of location. So this is the pulling mechanism. You can see the one, the front vehicle is a tow vehicle and rear vehicle is a test vehicle, which pull down the vehicle, and the hydraulics get it released at the specific distance and the location. The technical terminology for ASI and THIV is the gyro and accelerometers, which are mounted in the vehicle. Generally, we bring the vehicle, do a CG measurement, and fix the gyro and accelerometers at that height, which will give us to calculate the ASI and THIV. And if the acceptance criteria to be reviewed, then it's a behavior of the vehicle. That vehicle should not breach the barrier. It should not tear out. It should not go outside on the other side. The vehicle has to redirect it when it will be direct hitting and then flowing smoothly of the vehicle so that it can be redirected within the exit box. Even no major part of the barrier shall fracture and become detached. So in few of the testing which we conducted, so only one testing where the testing was safe, but at one point of location, the barrier was cleared out and the top portion was flow down to working width of W7. So though the test was passed for the W5, due to this fractured part which was moved toward W7, it was treated as a W7 criteria only. So it seems to be on the fail front. Even the severity box index, the severity index, that ASI and THIV. So when the vehicle is getting instrumented, the ASI value will be calculated on output of the instruments, and it's not the passing criteria, but the limiting criteria will be there: type A, type B, type C. And again, the THIV, it should be less than 33 kmph. So minimum limit is not there, but it should not cross 33, otherwise test to be repeated. Again, another terminology called as a VCDI, vehicle component deformation index. When the vehicle will be heated after the crash test, there are all measurements to be done in line with the original measurement which was conducted for the vehicle. So it deforms in different types, and there will be 7 different criteria on which the rating will be given. And that plays a very important role when you are going to install your crash barrier on the road, because consultant will be reviewing these parameters. So I said the ASI and THIV is for the passenger car, and the working width is for the truck and bus. So again, the passing criteria for truck and bus is W5 for the plain road, and for hilly terrain, it should be W4. Again, there is important criteria of the exit box, that when the vehicle will be hit on the barrier and redirected, it should not cross the exit box. So there are parameters on which A and B will be driven on the opposite side of the barrier. So on the contaminated level, which is mentioned in EN 1317, in order to pass a crash test, so there are few parameters which need to be taken care of, that contain and redirect the vehicle without complete breakage of the barrier, you can say principal longitudinal element. The element of safety barrier shall not penetrate the passenger compartment. It should not be get peered out and enter into the vehicle. Then deformation of intrusion into the passenger compartment, again not permitted. The vehicle must not roll over, because one of the hit on the vehicle, if the CG height is more, the vehicle will be getting rolled over. So that will not be treated as a pass test. Even for heavy good vehicles, no more than 5% of the ballast should come or detach from the vehicle during the test. Again, ASI and THIV within the prescribed limit, and working width should be in the zone which I will mention. So to make a successful test, few of the parameters need to be taken care of. And I mentioned that we have a dedicated technical team for conducting this entire exercise. It's a 3-day effort, starting from installation of almost 74 meter of barrier, then all safety check and all practice round, then the installation of the disengagement mechanism, the fixing of the cameras, and recording of entire event, and which will be given to the manufacturer in terms of testing videos only. So a dedicated team of manpower is available with the Natrax, which do a testing since last 1.5 years. I say that we are now crossing 39 tests. So this is a team photo. You can see Mr. Ali had witnessed, as in the presentation he mentioned that he had witnessed for initial client, and he also appreciated the facility, and he just guided us and the few other terminology where we can stand it off. So now the testing we are doing, the presentation which we have witnessed from the Ali, that how the simulation plays a very important role, so that your cost on the actual ground will be get reduced, because so far so now the simulation plays a very important role, because that gives a comfort zone to the manufacturer that 98% test positive results will be there, and the 2% can be deferred from the actual simulation if any ground conditions are getting changed. But if you think that what could be the future plan which Natrax is aiming to go for. So first of all, the setting of the Indian standard, which will be in line with the EN 1317 and the MASH, as we are just following the European standard and the US standard. It should not be blindly following of the EN 1317. Presently, we have to do it, but a specific Indian oriented standard has to be made, because even Mike will be sharing his viewpoint in the presentation that 85% of the vehicle which is already available in the road, that need to be get tested. But if you're following with the EN 1317 or the MASH, the vehicle category, the vehicle criteria are mentioned in the standard. Only few vehicles are qualifying the criteria. And again, it is binding us to go for that testing only. But there should be an India-specific standard, which we are requesting to IRC to come up with, and let's form one standard also. The manufacturing capability certificate, in global, you can see that it's only not the crash certificate, but the crash testing team will visit the manufacturer center also, and they will see the quality check, and they will issue a CE certificate. It's called the manufacturing capability certificate, that whatever the product are being tested at Natrax, at the same line they are getting manufactured. So that assurance also has to be there, because the global test agency does in the same way. Even we are planning for the crash cushion and crash pole testing in the future. We got few of the requests also. We are thinking in that direction positively. Even random safety audits on install barrier, that it's not only the barrier got certificate and then the work has been done. Being as a government, you just need to be ensure that whatever the certificate has been taken for the barrier, that has to be again verified down the line. I don't know the timeline which we could set it out, but 5 years once the test has to be repeated, or a random check, safety audits to be checked on the crash barrier, which are certified by the NATRAX and installed by the manufacturer. And even more research activity on optimization of the thickness of the lightweight barriers. We initially got the request of almost 23 kg per meter on the barrier. Now we are getting request of almost 18 kg per barrier. So initially the thought was for only 3 and 5 mm crash barrier to be installed. Now the government has given a very good leverage for the manufacturer to come up with their innovative and research ideas, that why not a 2.5 and 4.5 thickness, or why not 2.2, 4.2 thickness. So they are doing different probabilities. So I must mention that one of the manufacturer approached us, and now he has a 3 category of the barriers, starting 3 and 5 mm of 100 rupees, then 2.5, 4.5 of 80 rupees, and let's say 2.2, 4.2 of 65 rupees. Because ultimately these barriers are getting installed on the road. So cost plays a very important role, and if it is to be crash tested, then it doesn't matter about the thickness and optimization. You come up with the solid and best design and get your cost optimizes. So that initiative with the crash testing, which was done by the India, it now required innovative minds from the manufacturer who come up with the different ideas on optimization of the cost. And we will conduct a few of the webinar and awareness program in future. So before, on one point which I missed in this point, I'd like to add that we are also thinking that we're tying with the manufacturer that come up with the idea on the waste material barrier. So we can think about that direction also. So what could be the waste material barrier can be formed it out and get it installed and get it tested in NATRAX. So thank you so much. If you have any question at the end, we can entertain that.